is a fairly typical day in some regards, in that I do give shows here. I do some of the educational programming that we do, be it on the weekdays or even on the weekends. So it's interacting with our students that are coming through, or interacting with our K through 12 groups and visitors. It's doing that programming piece, which I feel sometimes gets buried under a lot of the other stuff sometimes, so it's important for me to make sure I keep that going. But then I also have meetings, and so it might be something like this where I'm being interviewed about the planetarium. I'm also teaching later today. I'm back in there with our ISP students doing a review for their quiz, so it's this more formal side of what we do in education. I'm also doing things like hiring someone, so the HR paperwork and the administrative side that comes with my job. This is a fairly typical day. It gives a good smattering of, there's these administrative things, there's these things where I'm doing this because it's a good collaborative effort in one way or another to kind of help make sure that the planetarium stays sort of in everyone's consciousness as a cool place to come and do things.
A typical day is, for example, like today, would be a group that's reserved at our time slots we have for our group show. A typical day would consist of them coming into a reserved show, getting them checked in for the show. Once getting them checked in for a show, preparing to enter them into the planetarium for that show, and then dealing with the daily activities of the office. That means calls that come in, people that want to make reservations for the shows for the planetarium, dealing with our subscribers and our members in terms of renewing their subscriptions so that they can receive their yearly calendars or sky calendars. So that would be a typical day. Greeting guests, dealing with issues related to phone calls regarding membership, sky calendars, troubleshooting with things related to the sky calendars, questions that come in about what's happening in the sky, questions about events that the planetarium is having. That's a typical day.
Oh, for me, as a volunteer, I volunteer a few hours a week. I'll come in and work on the meteorite collection. That may be photographing, doing the informational cards that accompany them, packaging them, making sure we have an outreach kit that goes to schools. We can go to their science nights and that and share the meteorites with the kids, and the adults find it just as fascinating. I am working forward on displays for the planetarium. We currently have a display on Ted Abrams that has a number of items in it, but we just want to expand that and include his wife much more, and along those lines. And the other thing I'm working on are a couple more outreach kits for schools that the teachers will be actually able to check out of the planetarium and take them to their classrooms and share them with their students. So maybe we can expand that a bit more. But students or adults alike are fascinated with space rocks.